would you rather come across a random man or a random bear in the woods? We're not going to debate it. I just want your answers.
Say it again, sorry.
Would you rather come across a random man or a random bear in the woods?
Random man.
Random bear.
Bear.
Into the mic, please.
Man.
Oh, sorry, bear.
Oh, man.
Man.
Okay, you three said
Bear.
bear.
Yeah.
Okay. Really quick, just short. I won't debate it. Just why?
Because animals don't lie and men do.
But they kill
Word.
you.
Okay. What about you?
I really, really love bears, and I don't really like man.
But you're with. Never mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you?
I mean, yeah, the bear could kill me, but also the man. So like, but the man can, yeah, I just,
Right.
yeah.
They could
Yeah.
essay, they could
Yeah.
murder you, they could torture, whatever. Okay. So I do want to ask on that.
By the way, the base side of the table said man. I just want to point that out.
True. So the question here is, so given this sort of fear that you guys have of men, to the point that you'd rather be in a forest, come across a random bear in the woods, what percentage of men do you think would opt to victimize you in this situation? So if we're plucking a random man out of the population, what percentage? Starting with you.
Well, he's in the woods, so that's not very random.
Okay,
but
hold on. So here's the scenario. It's randomly plucking you. So it's not like, why is he in the woods? Doesn't matter. The hypothetical, it's a random man. You both get plucked, dropped in the woods.
I'm going to go with 75% chance it's not going to go well for me.
So, okay.
Judging by the sexual assault statistics for women. 75% of us, by the time we get to college, have been assaulted. So it's
Okay.
just statistics.
Hold on. I'll repeat the question just one more time. So what percentage of men do you think in the circumstances would choose to victimize you?
75%.
Okay.
I would say 50%.
Yeah, I was going to say 50 as well.
Okay. So the population of men in the United States, I believe, is 160 million. 50% of that is 80 million. You'd think that 80 million men in the United States would murder you or essay you?
Oh, yeah.
I only think one in the woods, one-on-one. I'm not talking about all of them together. It's just a 50%
Right.
Well, yeah, but
chance.
that's still a big
That's
number.
a lot.
It's a
You're
50-50
gonna walk
chance,
outside
just
right
like
now
with,
and just-
It is true.
yeah, and with
He's
a bear.
either going to do something or he's not.
Yeah, it's literally it. He's
With
either
the
going to do
bear,
it
it's
or
about
he's
the
not.
same,
She
but
thinks
I would
it's
rather get mauled by a
75%.
bear at this point. I'm
So that
over
means
it
that
with
one
the
of
men.
these two is gonna kill one of you right now.
That's literally what you're saying.
That's literally
Yeah.
what you're saying.
Again, we are talking about the situation where two people are randomly
Yeah.
are in the woods. Just two random people who don't know each other.
We're talking about a
One is me.
population of men, like, and you're saying exactly half of them will kill you.
Well,
I- I'm
listen to the
saying that
logic.
there's
He's
a
either going to
50-50
attack or he's not.
There's
That's
no
50%,
logic.
right?
At all.
Okay.
So, guys, we
No,
have
I
to
was
move it
trying to
on.
make
It's
a
like it's
point.
5 in the morning
And
over
that,
here.
and that was my point.
Yeah, damn near.
Yeah,
I would say less than 10%.
The numbers I think are astounding. I think it's absolutely astounding the numbers we get, but I so want to argue it now.
Just go for
I so
based
want to
women.
argue it.
Okay.
That's my advice.
Okay, I think perhaps I misunderstood the question. Are you specifically saying how many men overall, I think, have the potential
Yeah.
to do that?
What's the percentage?
You're literally saying half would do that to you.
No, specifically in that situation, there's a 50-50
Yes,
chance.
in that
In that
situation.
But
situation, yes.
specifically, but that was exactly the
50,
question.
Yeah, that's what she
that
said.
is a
50%.
lot.
Yeah, but that is specifically in that exact situation.
Because
One
it's-
on one.
Yeah, it either goes left or right. Yeah,
Yeah,
but,
exactly.
But that person is coming from a pool of men.
Yeah,
So
but
what
I don't
percentage
know what
is
pool.
what's the possibility of that man doing that?
I would say out of the pool of men that this particular person would be the person to do something
Yeah.
bad, I would say about 30%.
That's crazy. That's a lot of people.
Yeah,
that you
I
believe that
have
would do that.
because I have gone through a lot of stuff.
I have too, but
Yeah.
we can't say that. Well, I personally can't say. I would say like less than 10%, and that's like more on the 5% side.
It's not
At
even
least I'm not
close.
saying 50 anymore.
It's not even
Aren't
going to
you
be 5%. It's
No,
still
yeah, it's just
like
not.
if you guys think about what it is scalably, do you understand what it would look like if there was $100 million in $1 bills on that table, what that would look like. You can't actually envision it because
Yeah.
it's so much. You can't really envision it. You're saying that out of 150 million men, that you think that 30% of them
If they
would
got
do
a
something
chance.
bad to you if they happen to be in a forest with you alone.
Yes.
Why?
Because
Why in the world would
that's
you
at
ever
least
assume
how
that?
many men are lying to us on dates and saying that they want to get married and have kids and they
what does
don't
that
or
have to
whatever.
do with
Because
anything?
liars are liars. You can't
But
trust
you
them.
also lie. So in that
You
same
can't trust
logic,
them.
you can also are going to be that person that
Whatever,
will take
if you want to
advantage.
say
good
that.
point.
But I'm
Alright.
saying that
That's a good
men
point.
maliciously lie in order to get a certain
You
agenda
got fake
done with a
titties,
woman.
bro.
You maliciously lied to
I
get
understand
burritos.
You're
that.
lying about your
But
titties.
for the most part, men are coming from me and taking my sexual energy. You could say whatever you want. Maybe I mismarketed and they thought I was this
I thought this wasn't
virgin,
gonna be
and
a
then
debate.
they've come to find out I'm not.
yes. I'll move it on. I'll move it on. But just know that me and Andrew would absolutely smoke you guys on this if we had the time. Okay, just no offense, but we would, we would
Yeah,
rebuke and rebut, and we would own you with facts and logic.
And we
make-
could give you personal
We could give you
experiences.
personal experience,
But
and
that
all the
doesn't-
women
that
who
doesn't-
don't speak up about the stuff that happens.
Personal
Always
experience
traps.
and facts
Always
and
trumps.
studies will always
Facts,
trump.
logic, and
Well,
reason.
that's stupid
Your
because-
personal
It's not
experience
stupid.
is the field of
It's
that.
realistic.
Well, when your
It's
daughters
science.
get abused because you guys were
Okay,
fucking
alright.
ignorant, I mean, it is what it is.
Okay,
You're the
okay.
one showing them
Okay, man.
sexual things.
Okay,
Like
It's no real life, so they're prepared
I
for
know
it.
real life because I'm living it
Silence.
right now. This is real.
Silence in the courtroom. Okay, jeez.
Did you have an English accent?
Yes, I did.
Hit the gavel. Just do it. Just do it
Oh, I
for the
did.
fun
I
of it.
did.
What's
Wait.
that?
Okay, hold on. Three more questions. Okay. Who's physically stronger, men or women?
Men.
Men.
Man.
Into the mics,
Men.
guys.
men.
Okay, just had to check. I had to double check.
Okay,
Okay. Who's the primary victim of war, men or women?
Primary victim of war?
Yes.
Who's the primary victim of war?
Men.
Everybody.
I mean,
Straighten your mic, please.
man.
Men.
Women.
Men.
Wait, women, you don't know
I,
everybody?
I thought I said man.
Oh, you said men. So women,
Women.
everybody.
Yeah.
Men.
Just curious, why women?
Because men are the ones that. So if men are going to war and then the women are back home by themselves, they're going to be more vulnerable without a male figure. I believe so. And let's just say in a world where most men got annihilated from war in a different country, and now this country is just majority women, we are going to be more vulnerable naturally. So.
But wouldn't, okay, let me ask you a question. Certainly, perhaps it would be catastrophic to that country if all the men were wiped out. The women would be more vulnerable. But wouldn't some of the women thrive?
I'm sure, yeah, of course, there's going to
Okay.
be some. Thrive.
So if some women are thriving, some women have it average, and then some women are suffering, but all the men are dead?
Well, I could say the same thing.
Wouldn't-
I could say the same thing. It's like, well, some men are gonna die, but what if?
Well, you just, the example you gave is all the men died.
Okay.
So they'd be.
That's true. Hang on. You're right. That's true. You could give the
And then a very small
counterexample the same
town
exact
would
way, but that
Yeah.
would still make Brian's point.
Wait,
And
let
it
me-
depends
Hold on,
on if you
wait.
think that death is the worst case scenario. I think just being alive and
Oh, boy.
suffering
Okay, I
could be
do have-
worse.
Okay, well, I do have to ask this question then. It is a bit heavy, but so would you, and I'll open it to the whole panel, starting with you, would you rather be essayed once or killed?
Yeah.
I
already
said
done.
once.
That's already happened to me. So.
Been there, done that.
At this
We don't
point,
need personal anecdotes, just answer the question.
At this point, just kill me now. If it happens again, I'm done.
Yeah, okay.
But I thought you could have no emotional connection with them.
Go,
I'm just done with getting abused, to
stop.
be honest.
Go ahead.
Essay.
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 I'd rather, Andrew, would you rather? I'd rather be essayed. I can,
If it was by a man, then I would choose death.
Don't,
if it was by a
Andrew, don't
woman,
say that.
Okay.
There you go.
Same.
Oh,
I
convinced.
concur. I concur.
Lawyered.
I'm gonna
Lawyered.
take that. Andrew, see, I need you. You're
Submissive
so
Andrew.
smart.
Why does it affect you so much if sex isn't really like that? It's just sex. Like I'm
No,
curious.
that's an
Wait,
assault
that-
against
that
my
was just a-
soul,
that was just a
and
better-
I'm over
okay.
it. At this point, I would like to die and leave my legacy that I've written books, and sometimes you gotta die to get a point across.
That
you do what you gotta
doesn't
do.
even make any sense. But anyways, just for the sake of moving things on,